It's showtime, baby. Let's go. Woo!
Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the show. This is Sports with Strawberry Ice. I'm your host, the Iceman, Jeff Trunapole. And as always, I bring you sports from a West Side point of view right here in the great city of Cincinnati, Ohio, home of some of the best barbecue around. That's right, it's Midwest Best Barbecue. I know Game On got to enjoy some at the draft party they had there last Friday night. It's delicious. Go check it out. Get you some CTB wings, some G-Funk. I like the Grippo wings. There's not a lot of stuff there I don't like. Make sure you go check them out. Say hi to Tim and Nicole. They're awesome, awesome people. Also, brought to you by Meyer Door and Windows. Meyer Door and Windows and more. If you need new doors and windows in your house, please check them out. I got them in my house right now. They're easy to clean, very nice looking, energy efficient. Check them out at www.meyercincinnati.com. And my West Side peeps, you're looking for a place to go watch the game, go to Hail Mary's. It's your ticket to the game right in the heart of Cheviot. They got food trucks there, beer specials, all kinds of stuff, free parking. And if you're a West Sider, you're always looking for parking, you ain't got to pay for it. Park across the street, walk over to Hail Mary's, and have a great time. And as always, I am brought to you down here in the Ice Cave. The Ice Cave is brought to you by T Properties. T Properties, quality housing for quality people. Check out their website at www.tpropertiesllc.com for all your rental property management needs and your rental needs. And you know it, we hit the jackpot when we drafted Joe Burrow. If you want the Jackpot Joey stuff, got the golf outing come up here. Check it out at jackpotjoey9.com. Remember, portion of the proceeds go to the Joe Burrow Foundation. What is up to everybody in the chat? Brad's in there, Strangers in there, Paul Painter's in there, Rocket Bengal, Crypt Keeper, my boy Johnny Paps, Greg Graves. What is going on, everybody? All right, so we're going to talk a little draft. We're going to talk a little Reds. Some reaction from Game On and Harrison on the draft. And the question I have for everybody. Nick Lodolo balled out last night. 13, 15 straight batters he got out. Is he the Reds' ace right now? And I say that after Hunter Green just pitched the best game I've ever seen him pitch in Texas. You get those two going, and Graham Ashcraft and Abbott, woo-wee, we got ourselves a pitching staff, baby. Anyway, let's get to, well, they're both in the car. You say Game On in the car, and if Harrison's always in the car, so they're both in the car. Let's get the Game On first. What up, G-Money?
What's going on, Jeff? How we doing, baby?
Good. I'm just hoping you and Harrison both got the AC on, and you're both nice and comfortable, and nobody's passing out in the car.
We've got winds coming from the west. We've got winds coming from the east. I think we're good out here, man. It feels great to be outside today.
All right, let's get to Harrison. My man, what is up, Harrison?
Yo, what's up? How we doing?
Good, man. This is Game On, and Harrison the comedian in the car.
Yep. Coming live in effect.
Live in effect. I like it. All right, boys. So, let's start this off with the draft. It just ended, a couple days ago. We spent all weekend watching it, following it, everything. Game On, you're out there at Midwest Best for the draft party. What's you guys' thoughts? I'll go with you, Game On, first. How do you feel about the Bengals draft? Oh, Game On's paused. Let's go with Harrison. How about Harrison? How about you go first? Because Game On's just staring at me now.
Hey, I like our draft. First, I love the offensive line was Amarius Mims. Like that was a great pick. I feel like, another big body that we got to protect Joe Burrow. Like I keep screaming, protection.
Exactly.
Protection. we need that. Like we need that. We got to keep Joe Burrow upright so he can sling that thing left to the right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dude, good.
Oh, no, with the what we got the guy from Michigan,
Chris Jenkins.
Chris that's a great pick. Like with losing Reader, just getting depth and the receiver. I'm terrible with names. Burton, he's Jermaine Burton. I think he's going to be a good, replacement for Tyler Boyd, and getting us help. I was watching his highlights, and it's like getting down the field. We love those big explosive plays.
Right.
Like I feel like he's going to be good, a great addition. It's not like we need him every down, but if we need, to loosen up something, they try to double chase and trying to do what they do with T. We gonna hit them with Jermaine Burton. Like I mean, I liked our draft picks and the other defensive tackle we got. We literally just added depth to our team, even the tight ends. Like
two of them. Now all we got two. Yeah. Two of them.
I'm like, I was shocked. Like with back-to-back tight ends. I'm like, wow, this is we got some shit.
We got some shit.
We got some shit.
Dude, I'll tell you the thing I can't wait to see is I want to see Mims on either the left or the right side on a goal line, and the running back runs right.
It's going to be ridiculous.
Walks right in. That's what I can't wait to see.
It's going to be ridiculous. Like the size that we just added is we might have the biggest offensive line that's
it's Cincinnati skyline.
Yeah.
It literally is.
It is crazy. It is crazy. And like our offensive line has been getting better and better. And I just think now we're adding Trent Brown and Marius and Orlando and Ted and just everybody that we already got is going. But they better watch out and stop playing with us.
Exactly. Game on, you're back. What you got about the draft?
Oh, dude, just super excited about the future of each one of these guys, man. I think, there were definitely some swings that happened, and we'll get into those, but I'm very, very excited about the tight end room. I think that can be comparative to the 2020 linebacker room that we created. I'm really excited about this defensive line. Both McKinley and Chris both look like winners. And did you hear about McKinley? Basically said, hey, give me my pads. Let me get in the weight room.
He's ready to go now. Exactly.
As soon as he got to the building, I thought that was really great. And then Chris, man, he just has an energy to him, fellas. I'm really excited about this draft class and what they're going to bring to the team.
So I'm trying to get somebody to do what Mo Egger did. Who's going to be the first one to have the beer go, bring it all the way up all the ground like Mo Egger did, and Chris does the weight. We just do it with the beer, but you got to go all the way back down. Like I wait for somebody. I'm kind of playing hurt today. If you can't tell by my voice, so I'm going to try to do that. I'm going to try to do that video here maybe this weekend or something. See if I can go all the way up, all the way down without spilling an ounce of beer. But I mean, the draft. I think, and the thing I like about it, they took some swings, and that's what we've been wanting them to do, especially the tight end out of Utah. I can't think of his name now. No, that's not Mims. Who's the tight end in Utah? Is that Carl?
Oh, you're talking about Eric Cole?
Oh, yeah. See, Iowa. Sorry, Iowa. I don't know why I said Utah. Iowa. All right. I'm okay if he takes like a red shirt year this year. Put him on IR, let him heal up. He had some pretty big back problems, which is scary, but that's why you take him when you do.
All right.
Let him sit out this year. Maybe he can come back by the end of the year. I don't know, but either way, if he can get him healthy and if he can play to his potential, that's an elite tight end. And then the other kid for the other one they got, both of them are could be your future tight ends, and you got them in the same draft. Now my thing is, I'm wondering, and I love Tanner Hudson, but Tanner Hudson, I went from he's our tight end 2 to he might be on the practice squad again. I don't know, and I love Tanner Hudson. What do you guys think?
I think what was it? Wilcox is moving a fullback. I saw that. So,
talk about Wilcox went to New England, but they're talking about Sample.
Sample was moving a fullback. So it's like we making adjustments and moving, pieces around. So I love Tanner Hudson too. He came out balling, and now we got Mike Jaskeski, and I don't know what we gonna do with this.
I also think he's going to play slot more. That's where I think he's going to be at. He might. I'm not saying exclusively, but with the talent we got at tight end now, he might be your slot, especially down in the red zone. What do you think their game on?
Yeah,
Gesicki, by the way, Gesicki.
I think it could be 5 tight ends, 5 wide receivers, and then Sample is more of an H-back where he's kind of a do-everything blocker.
Right.
But I think Gesicki's like your 6th wide receiver if you really think about it.
Right.
You can kind of either you put Tanner on practice squad because you know he's reaching 30 years old, and that's an easy stash for you, similar to Michael Thomas with the.
Well, hold on, real quick. I want to ask, doesn't he have to clear waivers first before that?
Yeah, but he doesn't have a lot of teams that were interested in him in the
True.
From what I've heard.
So, I mean,
So the Bengals can feel good about that stash, or maybe they think about, hey, keeping an extra tight end because maybe Irwin's role becomes a little bit more exhausted because they feel good about Yoshi and they feel good about Charlie from the preseason. If both those guys wow in the preseason, feel good about the back end of that wide receiving core plus Gesicki, you got your full wide receiving core right there. Those are your 6 guys, and then you're rolling with your other 4 tight ends.
Yeah, I'm down with it. Now, shout out to Dustin Croft here. Thanks for the $5 super chat. Appreciate it, brother. Draft has immediate impact for the future. Us fans should be excited how the Bengals continue to transition the roster instead of just a total rebuild. And that's the thing that they're going to have to do. And I've noticed that with this draft, the last couple drafts. Like, all right, so you got Joe Burrow, you got Jackpot's contract. You have to sign Chase. You can only sign so many of them. I love T. I think we're all in agreement. T's probably not going to be here after next year. Unless they tag him again, which they could, but I think they might tag him and trade him. Anyway, you got to get guys that can replace people. Like, TB's gone. You got to be able to do different things. And I hate to say, represent the Chiefs. That's what the Chiefs have done. And that's where I think the Bengals, you're going to have 4, 5, 6 guys that you can pay, and you got to build around them. And I think that's what they kind of did in this draft with the swings they took. And that's exciting for me, I think, because in the past Zach Taylor drafts, we really haven't taken a lot of swings, I don't think. And this year we took a lot of, and they're not even like big swings. I mean, they could be big swings if they hit, but it's like, if it doesn't work. I mean, Mims is big. That one, I'm pretty confident Mims is going to work. I'm more talking about the tight end and McKinney. Those guys are, I think, bigger swings. If they work, they're huge. And that's where I am very excited about the direction this team was going.
Yeah, we definitely. And don't forget now we got a punt off going on now. Like,
I mean, he was like the best ranked punter too, and we got him undrafted.
The highest PFF grade in the NCAA last year, I think, was like 87.6.
Right.
His net yards is 2.5 more yards than what we got out of Robbins last year. I'm excited about Austin McNamara. I think that's a real competition, and I don't think the Bengals would be upset if Robbins ended up getting beaten out for that job. He's a 6th-round pick, so
it's I'm telling you, this it's gonna be very interesting. Like we got some depth, and I mean some good depth to where other years it's been like somebody goes down and like we don't know what we're gonna get. Like I think like we are putting it together slowly but surely. It's just over the years we just been improving on each and every aspect. So I mean I'm excited. I'm very excited to see what we got cooking up.
Yeah, I'm ready for football right now. Now, get back to the punting thing. I love competition, and call me a homer, and I might be because Brad's been on my show. I met the guy. He's a really good dude. I like Brad Robbins a lot. Yeah. I have a feeling that this competition is going to push him, and we might get the best out of him. And that's all we want. I mean, that's what you want. You want the competition to bring the best out of him, and that's what this entire draft can do too, is these guys are going to come in and compete and push the other guys that are there. And even if these young guys don't make it, the competition ups the level of competition in practice. And all that's going to do is bring the level of competition up during the season. Now, rolling into the season, one, of course, we got to keep Jackpot healthy. But we have got to I said this last year, we have got to get off to a better start. We got to be at least 2-0, 1-1, something. We cannot start 0-3 again. 0-2. We've got to, because they keep digging themselves this damn hole. And I mean, they were coming out of it last year until Joe got hurt his wrist, and I think they would have came out of it. but he hurt his wrist. What, in your guys' opinions, do they need to do? Is it, and I think it's playing the starters, playing Joe, playing the offensive line. They got to play. They got to play sometime. And what's your guys' thoughts? Harrison, I'll go with you first.
Yeah, I just think it's that chemistry, that full practice, off season, everybody going into preseason, play a couple snaps, get that rhythm going. Our starters, so they understand what's going on. I feel like that does hurt, like not playing a lick until week 1. Like we got to get everybody going, like some game reps and some real hits. Get it going. Don't wait, because we definitely need. We can't keep starting slow, and that's been our thing. We start slow and end strong. Let's just get.
The Reds figured it out. They started slow for the first 5 years of Bell. Now this year they're actually starting off to a pretty good start. So if the Reds can figure it out, the Bengals should be able to figure it out.
Man, we just gotta just put the foot on the pedal and play a full season of great football that we know we can do.
Hey man, it's the scripted, man. Every year in the scripted, towards the end part of the season, you see us doing really, really well to start games. We're scoring touchdowns to start games. We're getting in control. We're controlling that time of possession. We're winning on third down. And to start the season, I think, Jeff, I think last year we led the league in 3-and-outs through the first 3 weeks of the season.
Yeah.
And then
Burrow couldn't move, so that didn't help.
Right. That's exactly it. That's exactly it. But we didn't have a first drive touchdown until the Rams game. That was our first drive touchdown last year. So that was week 4, right? So the first 3 weeks, we were really inconsistent, man, especially to start games, and kind of had to play from behind in every single one of them, if you really think about it.
Exactly. Got a comment here from Dustin. Let me put it up here. He said, love me everything about Joe Burrow, but would love to see him step it up even more in the leadership aspect of the game. Going to need it with the roster turnover. He's a veteran now. I think I can understand what he's saying to a certain degree, but Joe's already, I think, a leader, and this locker room is set even with the new guys coming in, and that's what's so good about what Zach Taylor has done. You can take a chance on Burton, which I don't really think Burton is that bad. I mean, he might be an emotional player. Dude, he's going to be going against CTB in practice. CTB's going to be chirping at him, so he's going to have to keep his emotions in check. But yeah, he's talking about the leadership more of Burrow. I think this locker room and this culture and everything does it anyway. It's already set there. So yeah, you can always improve. You can always step up, but it's not like, oh my goodness, Joe has got to do this. But I think Joe is a leader, and those guys will run through a wall through Joe. What do you guys got?
Yeah, I definitely think Joe has the locker room under control, and it's just the chemistry of just winning now. Like I think that is boiling in the locker room. Like we know what we're capable of, and we just got to figure out how to get back to it. I think we have our leaders that are already in place. It's just, man, we just got to get over that hump of, like we said, starting slow and then just finishing and just, getting off the field on third downs, capitalizing on the plays, that we miss a lot of opportunities out there. But
I want to see the offense we saw against the Sucky Niners.
Man,
we kicked the Sucky Niners' ass. They didn't know we were running. They had no clue. That's the best I've seen that off. That was the best I saw the offense run last year. That game or the Arizona game. Those are the two best I saw them play.
Oh, that Arizona game was crazy.
And Harrison, I think we got more weapons now than we did last year. With the running backs, with Gesicki, with Burton now. I mean, and our offensive line, I think, is better. I mean, dude. All right, is it football season? I'm ready to go.
You could clearly see last season the difference between Joe Burrow in weeks 1 through weeks 4 and weeks 5 on, right? Once Joe started to have confidence in himself, his abilities, and then you saw results, that's when the players started to buy into that, and they were actually able to perform up to his standards, right? I think when they know that Joe has that confidence in him, they have that confidence in themselves. It rubs off on everybody in the locker room, including the coaching staff.
Right.
We never feel out of a game. We're always in it. And we're the Bengals, baby. We're going to win it in the end.
Who motherfucking day?
That's right.
All right. Huday Noonan, I hope I'm saying your name right. Welcome to the show. He says, game on. What do you think about the tight end picks? Same with you, Harrison.
Yeah, man. You
go ahead.
I would just say, hey, when you're looking at this wide receiving core, you're looking at these tight ends, you're looking at the running back room. I think the one thing that sticks out is explosion, right? They're explosive. When you think about these guys, you turn on the tape of both Eric All and Tanner McLaughlin, you see two guys that are able to get behind linebackers, catch the ball in space, break coverage on the safety, and take it to the house, man. And so I think that's where the Bengals are basically saying, hey, with limited opportunities, can you get me big gainers to help my offense, put them in the red zone, put them in touchdown situation? Too many times last season we had opportunities where we had guys open in space and they caught the football, but they got caught by the defense. And so I think the Bengals are really thinking about this as, hey, we need wide receivers that at the second level, they're separating from the defense. They're scoring touchdowns. We need our tight ends to match that. We need our running backs to match that. And I think that's what they're doing, fellas.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. I think you said it perfect. Like, I think, and especially with T now, like, because T needs the ball this year. Like, because like you said, he's probably going to be gone next year. He's trying to get paid. So I think that is the best thing that we got right now. T needing to get paid. So I'm expecting big things from T this year.
Oh, yeah.
But I think he's going to go crazy. But I just think now, like, with getting these tight ends that we, got, it gives Joe more weapons, because now teams, okay, go ahead and double chase. Go ahead and, put somebody on T or whatever, Now we got these tight ends that could move and, are just as fast. Like, what are you going to do? Mm-hmm. So I pray to God that the play calling is, just on point to where teams don't know which way we're going to go. It's like, you think we just going to keep trying for Chase? Okay, good luck. Like, exactly. we got something better.
It can't be underestimated, Jeff. It can't be underestimated. If you haven't had an opportunity to listen to Dan Pitcher and some of these post-draft pressers, this man is very, very different than the way that Brian spoke, man. This man is an analytical thinker. He's thinking about formations. He's thinking about the ways that they can really offset defenses and put them on their toes. I'm thinking this guy's really going to change some things and help us to kind of create variation in our offense where it's not just shotgun 11 personnel. We're going under center. We're using 12. We're using 13. We may put Burton on the outside and have Chase in the slot, and that's what I've wanted since the very beginning, fellas. I've wanted it for so long.
Yeah.
So,
and one thing I want to say, too, is with the drafting of two tight ends, we can put this to bed now. I guess the Bengals do care about the tight end because they drafted two of them, and they signed one. So, I mean, we got on the roster, or potentially on the roster, we have four pass-catching tight ends on our roster right now. They're going to be on the roster, when the season comes, I don't know. But, I mean, we have four of them. So, and they all can do different things. So, and I don't remember what podcast I heard this on somebody. I could be wrong on this, but I thought somebody found Joe's grandpa and was saying Joe likes the tight end. And that's... I've said this. I think Joe likes the tight end because just look at what Hayden Hurst did. Look what C.J. Uzomah did. I mean, just the years they had here, he only had really one pass-catching tight end. He's got potential of 4 right now, guys. 4!
Look what he did with Moss at LSU. Right. I'm telling you, man, this is going to be something. This is going to be something. Wow.
The other thing, Jeff, so in 21, 22, 23, right? 21, we had 83 targets to the tight end position. 22, we had 95. And in 23, we had a whopping 115. So there's been a big leap in the production of the league. The league is leaning into tight end, man. And the Bengals are recognizing it. You have to be multiple, and you have to have your tight ends winning against linebackers in order to win in this league. And so they're honing in on that, and they're going for it.
We can see a lot of two tight end sets this year, which I am ecstatic about. I think that's awesome. And the thing is, we get so many red zone threats now. I mean,
Crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna be just throw it up to somebody and let them go get it. I mean, it's not gonna be
Maybe
that
Marius
easy.
Mims.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, I know. We were talking about that yesterday on the show. I'm like, yeah, throw it up to Mims. He's 6'8".
Hey,
He could be a tackle eligible.
he'll box him out, man. He'll box him out.
He definitely will. Oh, I was like, I got cough here. Sorry, like I said, I'm playing hurt right now. But all right. So the only thing I wish they had done is added a bigger running back to the room. I miss Samaje Perine. You know, I would have liked to have gotten the kid out of Notre Dame. With that
I
being
thought that was gonna happen.
yeah, with that being said, I still like I like the running back room because I think they're going to be more. It's gonna be more. It's gonna be a dual threat. I don't think we're gonna have an RB1. I think it's gonna be RB1A and 1B. You know, that's what I think Zach Moss and Chase Brown are gonna be. And they're the fastest dude. And I had so many people ask me about Zach Moss, and they're like, "Is he really that good?" I'm like, "Did you pay attention to what he did when Taylor was hurt or was holding out? He was like all pro. I mean, he was having a great year. That's why he got paid. So I'm very interested, like you're just saying, about how pitcher looks at things differently, of how he's going to use these running backs, not necessarily in the passing, but I think we might see more bubble screens, more out routes for them, more shuttle passes or something like just different stuff to get them out there in open spaces. And when you get these two out there in open spaces, they're going to cook, dude.
Oh yeah, I think this is gonna be a fast offense. I think it's gonna be fast paced and faster than we ever seen before. Like I think it's gonna be a lot of just quick plays and, like you said, little screens back out the backfield. And when we do need to run the ball, like they're going to be able to get the job done. And it's just going to and look at the line that we have and the holes that we make. I think it's going to be some big plays from these running backs to where it's literally almost, I think, gonna be like a college offense, really, of just how fast and that is going. And I think it's just gonna be very energetic.
Exactly.
Yeah, man.
But,
One of the things that the Bengals did last year that you kind of saw was prevalent was they relied on the eliteness of Burrow to help win them games. Why not take that pressure off?
Exactly.
For him with some of your play calling, some
Make
of that
it
screen
easier.
game that happened at the end of the season, have that happen at the beginning of the season. Take pressure off your quarterback, and when your quarterback needs to be elite in the 2 minutes when you're down by 4 or maybe you're up by 4 and you got to get a first down, like that's when you let that take over. The eliteness of the quarterback should happen when the game is on the line, not throughout the game. So help make it easier on him so that later on in the game he could go win it for you.
And listen to the pitcher. That's what I think his mindset is like. Because look, we already know Jackpot is elite. We know that. But if you could give him just a nice, easy passes, and so he doesn't get hit, get the ball out of his hands, make an easy 5-yard or 10-yard out, something, just easy plays. Keep the chain moving. Keep him upright where he doesn't have to scramble around and try to make all these spectacular plays. It's a 3-step drop, bam, ball's out. Nobody touches him. If you can get more of those plays, especially beginning of the season, like you said, Game On, when we need him, we know he can be there. To take stuff off his plate would be huge. And I do think with pitcher and the tight ends and Burton, and I think they're going to move Chase around. I think we're going to see some different wrinkles in this offense, and I'm here for it. And it's going to be really, really fun to watch here. All right, Pork Chop here says, correct me if I'm wrong, but with the 2 tight ends, we drafted either one of them on the field. Is it really going to tip our hats as to what the play is? No, because they both can block.
Look, they're not gonna know what we gonna be able to do, because when we put these 2 tight ends in, and they're gonna think it's something, and boom, we'll rip off a nice little run or hit them downfield. I don't know. I'm expecting a lot of big things from this offense this year, because I don't think it's anything that we've seen before.
Right. And Sample, like Paul Bader here says, I like Sample. He's put him twice at fullback. And I think they did use him as that last year. And I think we might see more of that. I'm not going to say a ton, but that's a wrinkle I think they could put in. What's your thoughts on that, Game On?
Man, I think that it worked a lot last year when you put him in that A and B gap and just have him be that extra blocker for you. If there's a guy that's trying to shoot the gap defensively, I think that works out well. Or you can create the double team by doing that. And it just gives Burrow more time. So I love that idea. I also love the idea of the delay routes. Jeff, we talked about it last year. The Bills game was a great example. He was lined up in the backfield. He waited for that safety to turn his body, and then he went out there in open space and scored a 28-yard touchdown.
Who thought he had that speed?
He's sneakily athletic.
Right, exactly.
That's right. He earned his second-round paycheck that day.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, one thing, the odds come out for the Bengals, and Lance Coucher put this out from Bet Online AG. They got him at 69.2% to make the playoffs. That seems kind of low to me. I don't know. What's your guys' thoughts? I mean, I know the AFC North is tough. I still think it's the toughest division in football, but go ahead, Harrison.
I love it. Keep us low. Keep us low on the radar, like they always do. Keep us low. Let it be 50%. I don't care. I don't care. I love when they have us low because I know they say they don't look at that stuff, but man, they look at that stuff. They look at that stuff. They're gonna be like, all right, let's go. But I'm not gonna lie. This season of football, a lot of people have got better. I will say that.
Yeah.
And it's going to be challenging.
Well, I think the Rappers have actually gotten worse. I don't really know if they've gotten a whole lot better. I mean, they're still good. The Steelers, the Squealers, I think, got better. Rappers, I don't know. Am I grasping straws you came on? Do you think the Rappers got better? Or do you think they got worse?
I think you might be onto something there, man.
Yeah.
I mean, they lost like 6 or 7 players that were contributors for them last year. Yeah, they went to the draft and they got some guys, but I mean, honestly, outside the first couple picks, I really didn't like their draft. I think that there's definitely some holes on their roster where, and you got to consider this, Jeff. We got the last place schedule this year, so we got that Brownies type schedule. Hopefully, they give us like the Giants or the Commanders week 1, right? And the Ravens, they're dealing with that first place schedule, baby. They got to go play those great extra 3 teams.
Right.
3 extra wins for the Bengals equals 12 wins last year, fellas.
Well, we've had to do the last 2 years, so we'll see. The Bengals have had that number 1 schedule last 2 years, so we'll see how good they've been. And like the Steelers, I'll put it this way: cuss my own show. The Squealers, they got upgraded quarterback, but and Russell Wilson is a good quarterback still. I think it's a good spot for him, but it still doesn't scare me. I mean, none of these guys scare me. Maybe I'm overconfident. Maybe I look at things through orange-colored sunglasses. Throw them on here. I'll talk about this. But I'm just like, dude, in my opinion, I know the Ravens Ratbirds won last year. Joe was hurt. If Joe's not hurt, we get off to a good start. I don't think anybody's touching us. I mean, the only thing I am concerned about the loss of DJ Reader. I'm still concerned about that. I'm hoping McKinney can, I won't say plug and play. It's kind of hard to plug and play and replace DJ. But with Jenkins and the other Rankins, the other guys we've gotten, BJ Hill, I think the rotation can supplement that. But dude, we get off to a good start. Dude, it's orange and black all day long. They ain't gonna catch us.
Yeah. The only thing that makes me a little bit nervous is obviously them getting Derrick Henry, just because it's Derrick Henry. Like I would never take that away from Derrick Henry. He's a big back, and we gonna have to be physical and bring it to him.
But he's had 1 good game against us. That's it.
I know. I know. But
DJ Reader was the reason we stopped him, so we don't have him.
We don't have him. But that's why I'm glad. That's why I'm glad we did what we did in the draft, add more depth. If you look at Chris Jenkins, he is a run stopper, and the other guy too is a run stopper. And then with the Steelers getting Russell Wilson and Justin Fields, I'm a little nervous about that just because we don't like us against running quarterbacks. Kind of scare me, like just a little bit. And Justin Fields, he could be like he's not as washed up as people think, and I think he will eventually beat out Russell Wilson.
Oh, I think he will.
Yeah. And Justin Fields, he needs a good offensive line, which Pittsburgh somehow always has. And they have weapons. What I'm not real worried about it, but it's gonna be interesting. They got a lot of stuff to figure out over there.
One thing I'll
And
say about this with the running quarterback, our safety room is 10 times better than it was last year.
man,
We're
yeah,
going to get guys in the
yeah,
right position.
yeah,
That
yeah.
right there is an upgrade. And then you got Battle, Jordan Battle, who I still love, and I still think he's eventually going to be the replacement for Bell. And it might be, who knows, it might be during the season. I don't know. But getting Bell and getting Stone back there is 10 times better than what we had last year. And I do love Jordan Battle. There's no knock on Jordan Battle. It's a knock on Nick Scott. Sorry, Nick.
Man,
Play that good.
he stressed me the hell out.
Yeah, and Dax Hills. Unfortunately, hopefully Dax can move the corner and play better there. Just safety didn't work out. So that, to me, that's where I'm like, because when we had Bates and Bell, Watson wasn't running that much on us. Yeah, he was, but it wasn't running all over the place on us. It was they got us lined up in the right spots. Linebackers could follow them, and our safeties came up and made the tackle. Mm-hmm. That's where I think the difference is with our defense this year, coming into this year than we had last year. Game on, what do you got?
Yeah, man, I think the back end of that secondary, the one thing that you can take away from the draft as well as the defense right now is Lou Anarumo is kind of getting out of the whole, hey, let's be athletic, and he's getting back to, hey, let's be smart. Let's understand our assignment. Let's be instinctful. One thing that you could take away from Fig Newton, the kid we just got from TCU, as well as Dejon Anthony, these guys are smart players. They're in their spots at the correct time. They're making tackles in space. They're great in run support, and they don't lose a leverage battle. They're not going to lose. They're going to stay to the hip of a player. And Anthony played in the nickel, and Newton played in the nickel, and Newton played outside. So I think like that's something where, hey, these guys can also be multiple for you, where you don't just have to play outside corner. You can also throw them in if there's an opportunity there where somebody ends up getting hurt and you need somebody to play that role, right? But man, the back end of the secondary communication is going to be way better than it was last year. These guys are going to come in and they're going to eliminate the explosive plays, and that's really going to help out our pass rush, man. I mean, that's the biggest thing,
and we're going to have more of a pass rush, I think, from the inside with Chris Jenkins, with Sheldon Rankins. Exactly. We're going to get up the middle, because we got barely anything up the middle last year. Yeah. And I think Miles Murphy, knock on wood, I think he's going to, I'm not going to say have a great year. He's going to make an impact this year. I'll put it that way. Maybe he has a bigger impact, which is fine. I hope he does. I think he's going to have a bigger impact this year because he started coming around last year. So I think we're going to get more pressure on the quarterback. We're going to be in the right position, and we're going to be smarter players. Go ahead, Game On.
Dude, the one thing that I got a hot take for you.
Oh.
I think Murphy starts over Hubbard. That's one. And then two, I think that B.J. Hill backs up Rankins as a 3-tech, and Jenkins is McKinley Jackson.
Say you cut out. We dropped you. What was the last part there?
So Jenkins plays the 1, and behind him is McKinley Jackson. So those two rotate on 1. Hill and Rankins rotate on 3, and then on the outside you got Murphy starting and Hubbard backing him up. That's what I think is going to happen. I could be wrong, but I really like it.
I'm fine with all that, and I want rotation. Especially on the defensive line, because I want to go get that freaking quarterback. And I want the freshest guys out there. So if you can get these guys where you can put them in a rotation, that's awesome. Now, one thing we have a superstar in the chat here. I got to put Mon's comment up there. If you guys haven't checked him out, he's up from Bengal Pulse. Make sure you check him out. But I do agree with him. Von Bell on the roster 2023 could have led to 1 or 2 more wins. I agree with that because he would have got us in the right damn position.
Right. Yeah.
So many times we were in the wrong position. So that's where that to me, just getting that aspect fixed, so we're in the right place where we're supposed to be, and we got guys who can tackle. Because last year, I got so sick and tired of watching guys just trying to blow the guys up, wrap them up, tackle, get them to the ground, And Richie, you're right. Because what about Osai? I'm hoping. I thought Osai was gonna have a big year last year. Apparently, he was hurt most of the year. I'm going to go by what the coaches say. That's what Ludini said. Honestly, for Osai this year, it's put up or shut up because this is last year's contract. So I'm looking for. That's another guy. I'm like, there's so many guys. If you really start breaking it down, if it works, you got to put if. If it works the way on paper it should, we're going to get after the quarterback. We're going to get after it a lot more than we did last year.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ken, what's the odds Hubbard plays more on the inside on passing downs too? What do you got the game on?
That's Murphy. I think Murphy plays on the inside on passing downs, and I think you can mix in Osai there too. If Osai is showing some good stuff early on in the season, I think that's where you look at it. You look at Murphy, you look at Osai, and then Hubbard's on that right side.
Let's see. We're going from Crip here. It's a gentleman question. Coach Lou, do you think he was trying to win a job last year, or was he trying to win games? Meaning, this defense needs to be better than the offense was this year. Put it this way. My opinion, I think Lou was trying to do the best he could. He said it was going to be a dark day if he lost both Bell and Bates, and he lost them both. Mm-hmm. And that, I was shocked that Bell left. I didn't think Bell would leave. I thought he liked it here, which, I mean, obviously he did. I think he regrets leaving. If we had Bell last year, I think this defense is a lot different. I do.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at our defense last year, you could tell we lost some pieces. And I think now with Von Bell, like having that veteran back there, you know, putting people in places, and you know, I think we win with that. Like that is a winning factor right there. You need that, especially in the secondary. Like, and you know, Logan Wilson, you know, I think he kind of, it was a couple plays, you know, a couple games where he looked a little bit out, but I just think now, knowing that you got that guy back there that could back you up means a lot.
Exactly. Now, I got this question a couple times. I asked you guys. He said, we cool with Cody Ford backing up both guard spots. It doesn't make sense to me. I'll put it this way. Cody Ford played good wherever they put him last year. I'm not ecstatic about it, you know, but I think we're kind of stuck with it. I mean, I don't see them putting Mims at guard.
Jeff, he did his job, man. He did his job. Okay?
He didn't play awful.
Look, hey, I got to get on my soapbox.
Yeah, get on there.
People want to have a guard in the draft. And look, I wanted a guard in the draft too. But Ford did not play bad last year. And he played both tackle and guard as an option. And so now you have him as a tackle guard option. Once again, he could be the fourth tackle off the bench as well as a guard option for you. And I think he's your first guard option. And he fits the scheme, man. So, like, I understand the organization bringing him back. He was a fine piece last year. I didn't really see too much bad about his game when he did play.
That's kind of where I was at. I'm like last year when they signed him, I never thought he was going to compete for a starting job. I always thought he was a backup. And I wasn't like, oh, yeah, we got him. But every time he went in, like you said, he did his job.
Did fine.
You knew he was in there because everybody's like, oh, shit. But there was never a no shit moment. Cody Ford, he did what he's supposed to do.
You know why that is, Jeff? He doesn't lose with power.
Right.
You can beat him with speed. You can beat him with technique, but you can't beat him with power. And he's just such a big guy. He's going to stick in front of all these guys that are trying to bull rush. So, I mean, that's why the Bengals like him, and they believe that Burrow, faced with a guy that's going to give speed on that outside, will just step up in the pocket and make the throw.
Right. GB does not agree with us. He said Cody Ford is ass. his PFF is 53.9. Well, he's a backup. No, GB does not agree with us.
That's funny.
You're going to make me start coughing here.
Oh, man.
All right. We've been on here for 43 minutes. I do want to get a little Reds talk in here. And I really love what I've seen out of Nick Lodolo since he's come off the injured list. I think it's damn impressive. I love what I saw from Hunter Green in Texas. Moving forward, if the Reds can get that consistency from them two and keep getting what they've been getting for Abbott and Ashcraft, dude, boys, we got a really good pitching staff, and I'm very excited about it, especially seeing Hunter finally, hopefully, maybe figure it out. What's your thoughts? Go ahead, game on.
Yeah, man, I think Lodolo is absolutely an ace. And I think Hunter Green, if you look back on all of his performances of this year, you'll note that he hasn't gotten a lot of run support. He finally did this past game. So I'm looking forward to seeing those two moving forward. But obviously, Nick Lodolo, those first two starts, lights out. And then this past start, I mean, what a tremendous talent. Hopefully it continues. The one thing with Lodolo is he's got to stay healthy, Jeff.
Yep.
I mean, that's the big thing with Lodolo. Just stay healthy.
Exactly. Harrison, what you got?
Man, hey, if we could just keep hitting the ball, if we just keep hitting the ball, getting them home runs, you feel me? And this score, because we got the explosiveness of the offense, and man, that man is crazy.
That boy bad.
That motherfucker right there. Listen here. But yeah, the pitching definitely. We stay on top of that. Because that's basically the game, baseball. You got to get strikeouts. You got to get off the field. You know how we stress on third down. Like we gotta get them off the field. Like we could keep that going. I mean, hey, baseball just a long ass season.
That is true. It is true.
But yeah, I enjoy watching the Reds, as you see. I'm out here repping.
I see.
But
I see.
It's fun. It's fun to watch the game of baseball again, and they make it enjoyable.
Exactly. Now, I like it. People have been getting on. I don't like it that people have been getting on Candelario because he's got off to a slow start, and I think it was Lance or Mo. I can't remember. Was talking about he typically gets off to a very slow start. But he's starting to ramp it up, and I think got two line drive shots last night. So I think he's starting to come around, which is good. And the thing is, with all the injuries that the Reds have sustained, with before the season even started, Marte's basically gone for the year. Then TJ Friedl gets hurt. Then McLean's not maybe be back in August. Those are all guys that we were counting on this year, and for the Reds to finally get off to a good start now. The freaking Brewers and everybody else has gotten off of unbelievable starts. They're going to come back down to earth eventually. I don't think, and like Harrison, we want to hit the ball. I don't think our offense has hit our stride yet. I think Ellie is, and Steer has. Everybody's kind of been like this. Once they get to more where it's flatline, they're going to be ups and downs, but more flatline to where they're going to hit like the back of their baseball card. Sky's the limit, boys. And if Lodolo and Green and Ashcraft and Abbott, they pitch like, and I've said this for the last couple of years. I'm old. I remember when the Braves, and they signed Maddox as a free agent, but he had Smoltz, Glavine, and Avery, and those three came up, and then they added Smoltz, Glavine, and Avery. I said it right, and they added Maddox. That was unbelievable. We have a shot of having that potentially with the starting pitchers we have. And then you get, in my opinion, soon to be the best player in baseball, Ellie De La Cruz, the Dread Prince. The sky's the limit, boys. I mean, it is right here for the taking, and the Reds need to take advantage of this now, and this is the time to do it. And I think somehow David Bell has finally figured out how to get off to a good start, and that's a big freaking deal. We already won the season series with the Philadelphia Phillies, which is good moving forward into the playoffs. So I'm very excited about this. We got to get TJ Friedl back, get Benson. Benson's balling out. I mean, how fun is it being just a Cincinnati fan in general right now? We got FC Cincinnati kicking ass. I mean, dude, I don't remember. I don't remember
energy is
time
back
like
in the city, baby.
Yeah.
The energy is back in the city. We ain't about to keep being the laughing stock of sports anymore. We gonna produce a champion. I'm telling you, we producing a champion. I'm saying it now.
Oh, speaking into existence, we get in the World Series this year, and we get in the daggone Super Bowl. We get the Lombardi. That is for sure.
For sure.
Yes, sir. We get that.
And whatever the FC soccer that championship is, they taking that shit too.
Yeah, well, we almost had last year. We lost one game.
Hey, we got to get the calls this year, fellas. We're going to Louisiana. We're going to NOLA, baby.
Yeah, we
sure.
got to get the calls.
Sure.
Jeff, just a couple calls go our way, we win that Super Bowl. I know you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, I know.
Hey, man, if we get a couple of calls against Kansas City, I don't even care, if it's neck and neck. But if we get a couple calls against Kansas City, we win that game. So let's just get a couple calls going our favor because it's in NOLA. Joe Burrow needs a homecoming. and he's going to ball out when he gets to the Super Bowl. 4 touchdowns, 300 yards. You got it.
And I know Patrick went on the road last year, but you know where he didn't come last year in the playoffs? The jungle.
The jungle.
Sure.
Come to the
That's
jungle.
right.
Come and people are the Chiefs fans are like, oh, he's beat the Bengals the last 2 times. He still only beat Jackpot Joey 1 time.
Mm-hmm.
Once.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So don't forget that. He's only beat us or Jackpot 1 time. That's it.
And
so all this confidence you guys got and everything, you might want to simmer down a little bit. Joe Burrow's coming back, baby.
They think Arrowhead is loud. They don't understand when they don't understand prime time when it's go time. Oh, that jungle crazy. That jungle crazy.
Get the AFC Championship game in the jungle versus the Chiefs. Let's go. I'm here for it. I am definitely here for it. That's gonna be a lot of fun. Boys, you've been in the car 50 minutes. I'm gonna let you go. I didn't want either one of you to pass out, so I'm glad you made it. Game on, plug some stuff before I let you go, brother.
Man, we're on Spaces every single day, Jeff. If you haven't had an opportunity to check it out, definitely do. Just allowing people to come up and give their opinions on Bengals, Reds, whatever it might be. You know, we let everybody give their perspective, and I think it's a great community because people really rally around each other's opinions. They also rally around each other's fandom. I love the Spaces. If you don't know what it is, it's that purple icon at the top of Twitter. Click on it sometime. Come in, enjoy us. We're there. You know, Jeff, I mean, I was there on Monday from, 9 a.m.
Oh, dude, you guys are on there all day long.
So we're there.
I always go, I'm like, holy crap, they're still on?
Talking about the team. If you got an opportunity or you got headphones at work, just take a listen. We'll be there.
There you go. Appreciate you. Game on. Take it easy, brother. Hooday.
Yes, sir. Hooday.
Hooday.
All right, Harrison, plug some shit. You got some stuff. You got some comedy shows at the church coming up sometime soon. Or what do you got?
Yep, I'll be back there May 18th. It's comedy for the people at Commonwealth Sanctuary, Dayton, Kentucky. May 14th, I'll be at Go Bananas. It's a contest. We got the funniest person in Cincinnati. Hopefully, I advance.
We already know who that is.
I try. Yeah, I'll be around, Harrison the comedian on Instagram. Got a lot of stuff coming up in May. We got another comedy contest I'm running at Trillions Bar and Grill in Westchester. That's coming up May 13th. I'm running an open mic, so if anybody would ever love to try to do comedy, come down to Trillions. We're doing it every Monday. It's an open mic. Get to see comedians first time doing it. Or, we got some vets that come in and work on material. So come out and, show some love and laugh.
Exactly. Love, laugh, have some fun, dude. It sounds like a great time. There's no chance in hell you're getting me up there and trying to do comedy. I will get up there and talk, and I will talk shit, but comedy, I don't do that. But anyway, Harrison, appreciate you, brother. I respect what you do. Love it. And somebody said shout out to the Bengals.
We here. That's where I get my videos
at. Exactly. Harrison, the comedian in the car.
Yes, sir.
All right, brother. Who day, bro?
All right, man. Who day?
Later. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. Go follow both of them on Twitter. Go check out Harrison. I've seen them in concert. He's freaking hilarious. Game on. And they are on Spaces all day long. Like all day long. So I join every once in a while. I listen half the time if I'm in there. But yeah, they're fun to check them out. So make sure you guys check that out. Thanks for watching. I've been live streaming on ZTV, YouTube, Facebook, X, Twitch. You can follow me on all those, along with Instagram, Threads, and TikTok. Make sure you please check out my wonderful sponsors of the show. Midwest's Best Barbecue. My opinion, some of the best barbecue wings around. I really do like the Grippo wings, the pulled pork sandwiches, the ribs. Every third Saturday, I think they do ribs. You got to check that out. It is delicious. If you're looking for doors and windows, check out Meyer Door and Windows. Like I said, I got them in my house. Get them in yours. Check them out at www.meyercincinnati.com. And my Westside peeps, go to this little gym in Cheviot, Ohio. Hail Mary's your ticket to the game. They have food trucks up there, beer specials, big-ass TV screen, free parking. I keep saying free parking. It's free parking across the street. Park across the street. Walk right over to Hail Mary's. Have a nice cold beer. Watch the Reds. I mean, they're not until like 9:40 tonight, so you can watch a little bit of it before they close. They might be open later. Who knows? Go check them out. Hail Mary's, your ticket to the game. Tomorrow, again, I'm not really sure who I got. I got reached out to Trags, reached out to Skinny, so working on getting some people on tomorrow's show. But I really like the draft. I love what the Reds are doing right now. I think this stretch that the Reds have is going to be huge. They're playing some very, very tough teams. And as right now, they're holding their own. If they come off this road trip 500, that would be awesome. If they come one game above 500, I'd be ecstatic. But they are doing what needs to be done to keep themselves in this race. It's not, you can't win it in April, but you sure in hell can lose in April. And I don't think they lost in April this year. And they've done that the last couple of years. So, I'll see you guys tomorrow. You guys have a wonderful day. Throw it up again there. Throw it up. And that's just sports, baby. See ya!